Hey guys, Dustin, Skidoojunky. Thanks for coming out for another Vintage Skidoo Spotlight. Today we're going to talk about what everyone's been asking about, a PRS Chassis X sled. Been getting a lot of messages about when are we going to talk about the X sleds? When are we going to talk about the X sleds? Well, we're going to start talking about them now. We'll try and cover them all over a series of videos, but today we're going to talk about the 1991 Mach 1X. So you've heard me talk about Skidoo kind of falling behind in technology in the early to mid 80s, and they did. Arctic Cat and Polaris really passed them up in innovation, styling, suspension differences. So in 1990, Skidoo started their push to re-enter the race scene, and they developed a limited production sled called the Formula Plus 500. Average guy wouldn't know that sled was different from any other consumer 1990 Formula Plus, other than it said 500 across the front of the hood. It had a little bit wider stance on the trailing arms, and it came from the factory with the tall windshield. Once again, that sled was designed primarily for the I-500. Most of the rule sanctions said that Skidoo was supposed to produce 500 of those sleds. Well, there weren't really many checks and balances back then. I'm pretty sure that production number was around 140. I have two of them. They're not in the building yet. They will be in the building soon. I just want to be able to get them in here, get them cleaned up, and touched up and make them look presentable to the rest of the X sleds. But so in 91, Skidoo did it again. But this time it was the first actual X sled. So 91, the Mach 1X was the pace sled for the World Championship Series Derby. This sled did a lot. I mean, this model of sled, there was guys that were grass dragging, there was guys that were ovaling them. What set them apart from the standard consumer model Mach 1 was factory twin pipes. They had what they called the 617BV motor, the big valve, so it pulled a bigger rotary valve, had factory 40 millimeter carbs. Once again, a little wider stance like the 90 Plus 500, different clutching, but really that was about it. It was subtle, but they did run better. They were cool. Once again, Skidoo was supposed to build 500 of them, but only 250 were made. This particular sled, once again, found me. A guy was chatting about the X sleds online, said, I ran across one in a lean-to in Iowa at a small engine repair shop, and the hood was sitting off to the side and it said X on it. So the guy gave enough details that I figured out where that repair shop was, verified that it indeed was a Mach 1X, took off in a truck, pocket full of cash, struck a deal with the gentleman, brought it back. It had been sitting in that lean-to for about 7 years. It was not pretty. So I painted the hood, windshield, powder coated all the front end, all new hardware, found a new old stock seat. It came to me out of Canada. Ceramic coated the pipes. I've rode this sled just a little bit, not much, but they're super cool. I really like the styling of the later PRS model sleds. It seems like they're really hot right now, especially the X sleds for that reason. Like I will not pass up a clean original PRS chassis sled. To me, they're timeless, and they, I don't know, tickle my fancy because that was an era when I was a teenager, and you always dream of riding the latest and greatest, and that's what it was if you're a Skidoo guy. But Devin's going to come around here. We're going to take a look underneath the hood of this 91 Mach 1X, and hopefully you guys enjoy it and see that, yes, there's actually a motor and some pipes under there. So you can see the factory twin pipes. Can't see much else. Everything's pretty well tucked in there. Sled cleaned up nice. It runs real well. They sound good with the twins on them too. So really appreciate you guys coming out today. We'll keep talking about these X sleds, I promise. May not be all in chronological order, but we'll get there. Thanks again. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Have a good day.